always got along well with Reverend Pointer. Both of us have, you know.
Yeah, he was real helpful to us. I heard Frank isn't going to run again either.
I've heard that too.
He's pretty sick, I heard.
I don't know.
Bill, what about Bill Smith? Is he also pretty sick?
Bill's sick. I went to see him the other day. He wasn't there. He's on dialysis machine now, and I visited with his wife.
He's in bad shape.
He's in bad shape.
Yeah.
Well, you know, hell, he shouldn't have went up there to Washington and all that stuff, you know. You know, he went up there, he's on TV, he's in a wheelchair up there, you know.
Really? When did this happen?
Oh, when they had that big march up there, you remember when they had a big
You
march?
went for that? I didn't know you went for that.
Yeah, he went up for it.
Well, I'm talking to Glen White here, former mayor of Bay City, Texas, and Maxine, his lovely wife.
Maxine.
That's right. Hello, Maxine.
Hello, Mayor.
And
I love you, baby.
well, I love you too. And I know every time I come home,
Well,
I
I tell you what, we appreciate you taking the time to come by and see us. We know you're busy, and you're kind of like one of our little boys, as far as we're concerned. You are our boy. I know you don't appreciate that boy, baby, because you are a grown man with a heavy beard and all that, but you're just a kid to us anyhow, Meyer, and we're real proud of everything you've done.
Well, Glenn, as long as I got you on here, I got to make sure you tell a couple stories. The one story you got to tell is the story about it's a Joe Insminger story, actually.
Oh, about the fishing?
Yeah, I want you to tell us that story on tape for
oh,
posterity.
they went fishing. It's deep sea fishing.
Who went?
Oh, I don't know. Bob Parker was his own Parker's boat, and there's Joe, and I don't know who all was on the part really. But anyhow, Joe, I think Judge
Hardy there,
Judge Hardy was there, and I don't know who all. Quite a group of them anyhow. Anyhow, so Joe was looking the other way, and somebody tied his bucket on his line and tossed it over. And of course, then they run the boat up, and it went to reeling off, and Joe said, they hollered, "Joe, you better get your reel here. You got something big on there." And he had reel it in, you know, and he could just about get there. Oh, Blissett was running the boat, Mr. Blissett was, and he'd slow down where he could reel it in. About the time he'd get it in, he'd speed the boat up, and Joe hollered, "Hey, look at that big mouth." He finally got it in, found out he had a bucket on the thing. Oh, Joe was about ready, mad enough to whip out everybody on the boat.
Look at the mouth on that fish.
Yeah, look at that big mouth on that fish. I got a big one.
What about when Herman came home from the army?
Oh, you mean when he'd been down to Miami to the VFW convention?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, he was down there. So these old boys said Rosie didn't go with him.
Who all was there? Vernon Leisner was with him?
No, I don't know who all was down there. I don't think Vernon's down there.
Jeep Hardy?
No, he was just telling it on himself. Oh, you talking about when Herman went fishing?
No, that's another one. We can come to that in a minute. That's the one when they went to that convention.
No, he went to the VFW convention in Miami, and some of these guys from West Columbia, he found out later who really did it. They got these small ladies' panties and put them in a hotel station there and wrote a nice letter and sent them special delivered to his house. They got here before Herman got home and said, "Best Dan, we appreciate you, Best Dan, being here to the convention and everything. But our policy is if anyone leaves a thing in the room, which we found these in your room, we're sure that we want you to have them back, and we thank you for you being here with us. And I hope you and Best Dan will come back and see us again."
Only Rosie wasn't there, right?
When Herman got to the door, he like got crowned. And he didn't even know what it was about.
Oh my goodness. He found out who did that? He found out who did it to him?
Yeah, he finally did, I think.
What about the story about the fishing trip?
Oh, and he was down here, and G.P. Hardy and
Martin was
Harold Martin.
Yeah.
They was going fishing. And he said, "Where you going?" I said, "Oh, we're going out here fishing."
They on the boat?
Yeah, they're coming through the locks down there. Herman was sitting there on the bank fishing. I didn't know he ever did that, but apparently he did. He may got broke. That's maybe why I don't do it anymore. Anyhow, he said, "Hey, would you like to go?" "Sure, sure." I said, "Well, come get on." They pulled over and picked him up. They got on out there in the bay. He said, "What? When we going home?" I said, "Oh, a couple of days." I think they probably radioed in so there wasn't anybody worry about it.
No, they didn't. They didn't know it. Heck no. They had the sheriff. They called the sheriff. They thought they found his car there by the river. They thought he drowned. They didn't know
Well,
what.
I didn't know.
Rosie came on with a pan. She waited for him when he got home, and she had a damn pan in her hand. You know.
But anyhow, no, we had a lot of fun together.
How about when he tried to remodel the store? The grocery store.
That's when that's when your grandpa, Mr. Joe, and that's when they had the grocery store. And Herman decided he's going to remodel. So he has in there, and he said, take this out, tear this out, and boy, he'll really getting after it. And finally, your grandpa said, Wyman, you got a lot of money, yeah?
Maxine, do you ever get tired of these old stories?
I've heard that one several times.
Tell us something. Tell us a good story about Glenn. Maxine.
Let me see.
We really used to spend a lot of time together over here. One time I came over here one night. Do you remember that, Maxine? You got up at 11 o'clock at night and cooked up a batch of shrimp and oysters.
Fried oysters and all that stuff. If you'll stay around, I'll cook you some oysters tonight.
Oh, goodness.
If I can get some.
No, I'm not going to be able to be. I got to have dinner planned this evening. But that was really something. We stayed up that night.
I remember the time that we had this on-site inspection, you know, and we'd had a bunch of them out here, you know. It was I think we had
Paul Fye was here.
Paul
yeah,
Fye was
that room over there.
Yeah,
sure.
Paul Fye and Ivan Langford was here.
That's
and so
right.
on. And I go out there site inspection, and you said, "Where you been?" I said, "Well, we had to eat. We ate early." He said, "What did you have?" I said, "Fried oysters, raw oysters,
Fried shrimp, boiled shrimp,
shrimp salad, potato salad."
I can't make this
You
count
got
for me.
anything left? So you came out there, and Maxine had to fry another dozen oysters for you.
I'll never forget that.
I loved it. It was fun.
That was
Always
fun.
fun.
Do you remember the story about? You remember when Frank Henderson was sitting at that damn council table that time? We were sitting there, and I had to sit next to him. You had a buffer zone. You had Sue and me between you. But he used to go. You always knew he had something for what he had for dinner. He'd sit there. One time, Glenn called all in favor, aye, and everybody said aye, and he's all opposed, nay, and Frank went, brrr. And I said, was that an aye or a nay, Frank? You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Well, could you told what it was?
Yeah. I remember another time we were talking about budget cutting. We had street signs. We were trying to cut back. Nobody. I said, what the hell? We got darn Taylor Brothers Funeral Home over there is marked with a dead end sign. And I said, everybody in town knows that's a dead end. I don't know why we got to put a street sign up to advertise it. You know, there's a dead end sign there. It took it down about a week later. And I think one another Frank Henderson. We went in there one time. Went to a restaurant in Dallas for Texas Municipal League convention. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Remember that?
He wants some of the horse herbs.
Horse duvers.
Horse duvers.
He said, "Oh, you want to have me some of these here horse duvers?" I said, "I'm sorry." Yeah, bring me some of these here horse duvers. I said, I don't know what he's saying. He said, "Bring him the hors d'oeuvres." He brought out, had something with vegetables and had capers. You know, capers on there. He said, "These ain't no horse duvers. I know what I grew up on a farm. I know what horse duvers is. It's not like some damn rabbit done scampered across this here table." And the lady behind him went, do you remember that? You were there that day, weren't you?
No, I didn't make that meal. You told about it. You told me. I didn't make that meal.
Well, remember when he left, basically had time to go to Houston, and you got your ticket, Frank? Yeah,
We were going to El Paso.
That's right. What is it? Eyes checks it out.
I checked things out. We got up there at the Intercontinental Airport. We was going on Continental. We checked the bags in on the outside. We go up there to get our boarding passes. He gets up there and pulls out this empty shuck. But he wasn't worried.
Yeah. Everyone else got on though, didn't they? Everybody else got on?
No, he wasn't worried. What he did, he just stood around there. And so I went over to the lady there and I said, "Lady, I hate to stand this long line, but we've got one that lost his ticket. I've got to buy a replacement ticket for him."
Yeah.
And so I went. He knew I was going to take care of him. He wasn't worried. He knew I was going to take care of him. Then we got coming back that same trip from El Paso.
Yeah.
And I had called out there, confirmed the reservations, the whole thing coming back, get out there at the airport, and had this, Frank gets in line, I'm right behind him, he gets one boarding pass. We have to wait. They'd opened the third window up, we're selling tickets, just selling.
Yeah.
The third, I get up there to say, "Computer's down, you got to go to gate so-and-so." Well, you know what that means, they're oversold.
Yeah.
I get out there and they say, And Frank standing around. I said, Frank, you got your boarding pass. Go on, get on there. And then I said to the guy, I said, I'm going to get on that plane. He said, I don't know whether we're going to get you on there or not. I said, yeah, you going to get me on there. I don't give a damn who you throw off, but I'm going to get on there because I had my ticket round trip for a long time. So he finally said, I guess we'd have to up her. So Cotton and Grace and Maxine herself came back first class.
Oh, my goodness. Bert O'Connell was telling that story about the time we went out to New Gulf that time. Glenn hit them back roads. He went over
That's
that
when
bridge.
you got them two shoes for the same foot.
Remember that?
You had some loafers. It just about looked about alike,
That's
so
right.
you got two of them for the same foot.
That's right.
And Bert said, "Come on, let's go." He can wear them that way. I said, "No, I'm not going to do mine that way."
Go back in.
The whole thing about it was running late because Bert had stayed up at the courthouse.
That's right. It was his fault.
Slack-jawing somebody.
That's
you
right.
know?
That's another one when we got on that plane that time to go to Lubbock to that convention.
Oh, that's that story you told. That one about you said. I said, Meyer, you said, Glenn, where we going to sit? I said, oh, we'll sit right here, Meyer. I said, Glenn, you can't do that. There's people sitting there. I said, wait just a minute. Hey, Meyer, did you ever hear about any plane backing into the mountain? People rush to the back. I said, we'll take these two right here. That no more happened, man. Meyer came back, told this story.
But everybody was, it was a good one, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good.
And they people said, that's
I've
Glenn.
heard that story.
All right, well, I'm going to let y'all get going to the funeral. Y'all have that thing to go to, and it's always a pleasure to come visit you.
I wish you wouldn't go.
Well, we'll do it another time. We'll get together again.
Yeah, well, we didn't even know you were here till your mother called.
No.
I know. I was planning to just drop in on you and surprise you, but she called up ahead before I
Well,
got a
she
chance to
called
go.
ahead. She said
She
your
was
office was
looking
calling
for
you.
you.
Yeah.